All right, now to the other side of the aisle. The congressman from the Sacramento area is the Democrat Congressman Bera. Joins us live here on the Hill. Thanks for being with us, Congressman. You just heard a little bit there from your colleague on the other side of the aisle. From your perspective, being in the halls of Congress today, as Kamala Harris, the sitting vice president, certified the election that she lost. What went through your mind?
Obviously there are no second place trophies in elections, so we weren't thrilled with the outcome, but Donald Trump, President Trump, won the election. So I thought, there was no election denial here. There was, acceptance that the American people chose the 47th president. And, I think it was handled with grace and elegance the way it's supposed to be. It couldn't have been easy for the vice president to be up there to define that election. But again, I think she handled herself really well.
What about the reporting there from Joe Khalil that Democrats were instructed not to object to this? How did you receive that information, and did you feel that was necessary?
I didn't receive anything because I think most of the leadership knows that, most of us were going to accept the results of the election and handle ourselves accordingly. But I think that's the right message. I mean, this was a demonstration to the American people, in contrast to what happened 4 years ago on January 6th, of the democratic process. And I think many of us feel like we have to restore that faith in our elections and in democracy. And the peaceful transfer of power is, core and foundational to our democracy.
Let's look forward here, because you're the minority party now. Donald Trump's going to be in the Oval Office in 14 days, 2 weeks from today. It's official. And as we know, Republicans control the Congress. You voted against the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act when you were in Congress back in 2017. Donald Trump wants an extension of that. You have called for essentially change within immigration policy, but there's a lot of question among Democrats as to whether or not they can work with Republicans on that. How are you going to work with Republicans, or do you think that's not the case?
I think we're going to try to work with Republicans. My colleague, Mr. Zinke, just pointed out this is very different than 2017. 2017, I think a lot of us felt like, many people didn't like Secretary Clinton, our nominee, and voted against her and took a chance on Donald Trump. This election, everybody in America knows President Trump's agenda. He didn't try to hide anything. And they voted for him. So I think
what's incumbent? It's fascinating to hear you say that. So what do you feel then is incumbent upon you, other side of the aisle, but with the observation that you just made?
So the American public clearly wants more secure borders. Great, let's meet at the 50-yard line. I'd even say, since they're in the majority, we'll go to the 40-yard line and but negotiate with us. What does that look like? We also recognize, a lot of Trump supporters, we need the agricultural workers, the farm workers, and so forth to make our economy go. What does that look like? Are there legal work visas that we can provide? And then you're watching the debate take place on high-skilled immigration. How do we get the best and the brightest to come to America, start their companies here, but make sure they don't displace American workers? And I think there's a deal to be had there. So I'm going to approach this very differently. And I think a lot of my colleagues, I don't think the entire caucus is going to say, hey, let's work with Republicans. But if you can get 40 or 50 Democrats to say, hey, let's work together. But again,
you think you're there on taxes and the border? 40 or 50 Democrats?
It depends on where they go. If they go way too far to their own end zone, then they're going to lose us. But if we can negotiate in the middle, I think there's a deal to be had. I mean, I would just say, let's do it in the context of the debt and the deficit. And, that is a major problem.
All right, Congressman Bera, Democrat from Sacramento. Thanks for being with us here on the Hill. Hope you come on back, sir. Appreciate it.
Thank you. You all.
Thank you for watching. And make sure you go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.